This is my life story, part 5. I was born in Glendale. We lived in Peoria. That was in Arizona. That's in Arizona. I'm Arizona raised and born. Born and raised, boy. But, yeah. So, growing up, I was gifted. I was gifted in kindergarten. I took a test. It was like a bunch of logical questions, and I passed it. So that means I have a high IQ. And I could have done a lot better in school. Unfortunately, I didn't. I did okay. Going back and forth from my dad's and the woman who adopted my dad, which is technically my grandmother, who, poor thing, she did her absolute best, and we were just wild. It just kind of really messed me up. My sleep schedule wasn't right. It was just all bad. I started drinking at the age of 11. I had my first beer. I didn't really continue to drink until I got to like age 13. And that's also when I started smoking weed. But yeah, it was a Bud Light, I'm pretty sure, with my friend Janine, who I miss dearly. And I wish I was stable enough to, help out a lot more people than just myself. I have recently relapsed on alcohol. I'm working at it every single day. I got a pint of Black Velvet delivered to me. I just moved into my new place. And it's been kind of difficult because I don't have a TV or anything. The internet isn't that great. So I got to get internet. I'm supposed to start my second job tomorrow at 4 p.m. over at Sal and Teresa's here in Lakeside. But I got my own little trailer for now. And so I had a pint of Black Velvet delivered to me. And I drank half of it before pouring the other half down the sink. And I had, I was dancing and stuff, all sloppy. God, I hate it. And I was crying out to God, take this from me. This is the devil. And all that. But yeah, so I did end up going back and graduating. I dropped out in 9th grade, got pregnant, and then did online school with Primavera for 2 years. And then I was able to go back, get my credits back that I got lost from my freshman year, and graduate on time. And I was even able to get out early in school because I had all my credits. So I would go to 6th period instead of 7th, which helped me with the job. I was working at Burger King, back and forth, Burger King, McDonald's, around that time. And then when I graduated, I ended up working at Denny's. I tried going to college, failed those classes because I started drinking really bad. And when I came back down to the valley, I was bad on meth. I was coming down, and me and my friend, Malia, we took some with us, like just a bunch of scrapings. And so, we were coming down still, and the father of my kids was driving us. It was us three. And I didn't say anything to him. I don't know if he could tell or not. I'm sure he could. But I remember the ride there. It was crazy because, there was a fire, and so we got detoured and had to go another way. And, sorry, I'm walking and it's hot. And we ended up having to go on the Apache Trail, which is like a 1-lane road that they had 2-way traffic going on. And sorry, I had to wave at somebody I knew. But yeah, it's like it's crazy. I thought we were gonna slide off and fucking die. But it was the most beautiful drive I've ever been on, and I was like, oh my God, this is so incredible. This is a sign from God. Things are gonna get better. So we end up coming down and sleeping forever. I got in a fight with my baby daddy, and then my friend finally left us. She went, I think, to her aunt's or something, and me and my baby daddy went to his mom's. She ended up relapsing again, and I just couldn't really be friends with her at the time, because I really wanted to get sober and stay sober. And I got a job while working at his mom's. And then shortly after that, I got pregnant with our second kid, my baby girl, my daughter Leilani. And if anybody messes with her, pew pew. And my son, pew pew. No, but for real, I was working at Culver's, and it was the first time I was actually working in a kitchen, which was pretty cool. It was pretty different. I had to quit though, unfortunately, a couple months after, because I had terrible morning sickness. I could not stop throwing up. I couldn't eat anything until like 5 p.m., 6 p.m. I was taking these like Preggy Pops, trying to not get sick, but we ended up getting our own place, kind of, with Michael's sister. That's the father of my kids. And it was in Tempe, so we went from living in, I think it was Ahwatukee or Chandler's. I want to say Ahwatukee. And then we ended up moving to Tempe. Sorry, I'm scared of these dogs back here, listening and watching behind my head. And then, I stayed unemployed for a little bit. Father of my kids was working at Lowe's. His sister was working with their mom. And then they got me a job with them too. Unfortunately, I got, what's it called? Oh, no, and before that, though, before I got a job with them, it was around Christmas, because I was like, oh, I don't know what we're barely making it. I don't know what we're going to do about Christmas for the kids or for our son. I was still pregnant, so I went and got a job at Things Remembered at the mall, which was one of my favorite jobs and favorite people to work with. It's where you go in and you can buy customized gifts, to put your writing on. I got to use the engraver, stuff like that, engraved glass, all kinds of stuff. It was really cool. And there were some nights I got to operate the store myself and close it down, and then walk the bank, like the bank bag and stuff. So that was pretty cool. At that time, father of my kid's cousin Toriano was hanging out with us pretty often. I got used to seeing him. He did unfortunately pass away in a car accident. But yeah. And so yeah, I was living in Tempe. Then me and my baby daddy finally got our own place, had our daughter. We still lived in Tempe, but we moved like up the street or across, like up the street. We lived there for about 4 years. And during that time there was Vima, which is where I got let go from due to them being overstaffed or money or some sort of issues that they had. That was sad. This is my place, by the way. And that walk was nice. I'm pretty sure I was faithful most of the time. I think I cheated once with somebody from Vima, which was a terrible fucking decision. Jesus Christ, Lord help me. I did relapse a little bit. I don't think I ever relapsed on meth until we were in our new place in Tempe years later, but I was doing cocaine, honestly pretty heavily, and drinking, because I had just turned 21 and I was like, oh shit, it's about to go down. And I was on Mill Ave all the fucking time. And then I started working at Macy's and Bloomingdale's fraud department at their call center. That was and will always be my favorite job. Pretty soon, it was seasonal, but they hired me on full time because I did so well during the season. I met some great people, some great friends that I am still in contact with today, thank God. I remember I went to the bar for my first time legally when I was working there with some friends from work. I was just ordering all kinds of different drinks, not even thinking, but I was doing pretty good there for a while. Not really, just drinking, but I wasn't acting like too crazy at that time. I did end up developing a crush on this guy that started working there, which was very toxic. So I started doing coke a lot more, even with him once. And he didn't want nothing from me. He just wanted to hook up at like fucking once, and I would not leave the dude alone. And Father, forgive me for doing so. I didn't want to be in the relationship I was in anymore. It was abusive, it was toxic, which isn't an excuse, you know, because now that I know how strong I am, I can walk away and survive anything. But when we like no, it wasn't running out of coke. Oh yeah, we ran out of coke. Me ended up getting back into meth, and I had met these new friends, and her name's Haley. She's cool as fuck. She was from a small town too, and she had this gay friend, Travis, who I pray to God I get to see again one day, and hope he's sober. But yeah, he was smoking some meth, and so I started smoking because I remembered the dude that I had a crush on from work didn't want to hang out or something that night, and I just got like so depressed because I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do. I didn't want to fucking just sit here and hang out. I loved being loved, you know, and I was used to it, and that like home life, I just didn't want to do it with Michael anymore at the time. And so yeah, once I started smoking, ending up with, you know, all kinds of different people, meeting different people. I got my friend to try it a few times. She hated it. I started going to work all fucked up and just like either coming down because I would get a little bit, do it for a minute, and then I would throw it away. And I would just be coming down by myself, you know, and going to work, probably looking like shit, and fucking just telling my friend, like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I think I got this. I think I can quit. And I didn't have it. You know, continued to use up until last year of October. And, you know, I met a lot of great people on this journey, and I know I still will meet a lot of good people on this journey. And that's about all I have for right now. God bless you guys if you watch. Thank you.